What's going on, guys? It's Rogun here, and welcome to a new episode of Rogun's RuneScape Rants. Today's topic is going to be on the new update by Jagex, which is Solomon's General Store. For those of you that don't know, Solomon's General Store is basically you pay real life money for cosmetic items. Some of the items are emotes or animations. For example, you can change the way how your home teleport will look. I believe the most expensive one for that is I think it's a lesser demon or a greater demon. A demon comes up from the ground and you sort of stand on top of it, and the idea is it takes you to wherever you just home tele to. That's pretty cool. I've seen that once so far. It's also got outfits, so you got a feline outfit, which is, it reminds me of one of the races on Skyrim. I can't remember what it's called. I believe it starts with a K. It's the cat sort of race, and it's got the whole tail going on and all that sort of stuff. And if you just see when she comes out again, this might be her. Yep, you see that sword? That's not a new sword or anything. That's actually part of Solomon's General Store. It sort of adds an overlay to any, I think it's a slash or a stab weapon. It doesn't change the stats or anything, it's purely cosmetic, so it is better than the SOF, I'll give Jagex that. But yeah, they need to stop with the microtransactions. If I had to pick between one of these, obviously I'd go ahead and pick the Solomon's General Store, because that is all cosmetic. So you can't really hate on it too much. This is just an abomination, they need to get rid of it. But this, yeah, if Jagex need to do this to keep their investors happy, I don't mind it. This I do mind, stop it. Also, it's the 200 million players yesterday, which are always good. And maybe that's why I got 200 rune coins. You know, maybe that's why the offer was 200 rune coins, I don't know. But so yeah, so you got outfits, quote unquote fake weapons, as in, you know, they're not new weapons, they're just an overlay. Teleport animations, new titles. Some of the animations there are pretty cool. There's headbutt mining, where you actually headbutt the ore to mine it. Deep sea fishing, and a bunch of other stuff. It's pretty cool. You know, I have seen a few of them. The headbutt mining one looks ridiculous. So I don't really know what they were doing with that, or whatever. But my only concern with this is purely the fact that it's just another microtransaction in the game. I just don't see the point. If you want money, develop better content that makes people want to play your game. It's the logical idea. I mean, you know, people are obviously going to be far more willing to put money in the SOF than this, because the way people work is they always want to be the best at stuff, right? The SOF will give them that. You know, I'm pretty sure there's been countless amount of times that people have worked out how much XP you can get an hour off the Squealer Fortune, stuff like that. And that's why I don't think Jagex is going to remove it, because they're fucking idiots. They don't see that they're ruining their game. And it pisses me off, because if you think back to what RuneScape used to be, right? And you know, I'm not going to go off on some, you know, philosophical debate about how RuneScape's a failing game. But back then RuneScape had like fuck all, okay? It didn't have construction, it didn't have dungeoneering, it didn't have hunter, it didn't have summoning, you know, it didn't have any of these skills, and it was still a better game than what it is now. And that's because I blame the investors, IVP, which are Insight Venture Partners, I believe. That arseholes, and I hate them. They are single-handedly destroying this fucking game. They own a majority of Jagex, which is why Jagex have to pretty much do what they want. But this Solomon's general store is a step in the right direction. I can't rant too much about it, but they need to fucking stop with the microtransactions. It's not the way forward. Fucking banning the bots, that would be a good head start. But if you don't want to spend time on that, Jagex, put some fucking worthwhile content into your game. Not spending it on stupid elven looking shit like this. I mean, it looks cool, yeah, but no one's gonna fucking use this. And look at the name of it, Boogie Bow. Who are we applying to here, Jagex? Seriously, stop spending time on stupid updates like fucking Solomon's General Store and Boogie Bow. Fucking hell, what a name. And start spending time on getting players to play your fucking game. Someone said once, I can't remember where I saw it, it must have been on a forum, but he was saying that the problem that Jagex have now is that basically they're not looking, they're seeing statistics but they're not seeing what they're for. And the guy on the forum was basically saying, you know, players these days, they'll play it for a couple of months and then they'll stop, but they'll leave their membership running, which, you know, that's great for Jagex. That's money for, you know, less server space, you know. But then Jagex get the impression that people are still playing their game when they're not. These people have come here and they've played it for a couple of months, found out they didn't really like it, and they've stopped. It's just the way the community is. That's why games like Call of Duty release every year. It's why expansion packs exist, because people get fucking bored of games. But Jagex aren't realizing this. They're not. They need to appeal more to the players that are gonna stick with that game. And I mean, you know, some of the players that come in here and are labelled as the, you know, 3-month wonders. That's an animation right there. Yeah, some of these players that come in here and are labelled as 3-month players, you know, they will stay for longer than 3 months. You know, they'll play for 3 months and then nothing. You know what? That's actually a pretty cool game. I'm going to stay. But a majority of the players are not going to stay, and Jagex don't realise that, or they don't seem to realise that. And that's why they're adding stuff like this in, because they're not bringing in enough revenue to please their cunt partners. I've not really got much to rant over, because, you know, in all honesty, Solomon's General Store is a better fucking update than this huge pile of shit. So I sort of went off from ranting about the General Store to ranting about RuneScape and Jagex in general. But this needs to stop. Jagex, please let that just be the last microtransaction update you do, and let that one get rid of this. You can't have two. Alright, get rid of them. Fucking get rid of that. Keep this, get rid of that. Problem solved. And when you've done that, put some content in your game that's going to make people want to stay. That's what's going to get you money. People are going to fucking buy this shit, and then they're going to stop. It's like, what would you guys rather? Right? £5 a month for 12 months, or £25 for 1 month. You know, if you was Jagex and your membership fee was £5 a month, right? So that's £60. Would you basically rather £60 for a year or £25 for a year? Because I know what one I'd rather. So, microtransactions are not the way forward. Fucking sort it out, Jagex.